What I don't like about Ripple and XRP is basically that they created this money.
But I think XRP is heading to $1,000 by 2030.
Other assets, I know we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Cardano that were considered.
You run one specific product tied to a specific cryptocurrency, and that's XRP.
In the US, 11 XRP ETF filings are pending.
Is the one most recent post which I commented on your LinkedIn, which is this payment systems that you had a session with Ripple. Tell me about it. I mean, like,
as an ecosystem.
You think ADA will still outperform BTC in the future?
Of course.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock news. Good glitches with XRP currently right around $3.07, $3.08. Recently tapped around $3.30. Sentiment feed to pop off. XRP showing signs of continued bull cycle as older wallets move long, sitting coins back into circulation. XRP is still plus 46% in the past month as it remains in its support level at $3.15, currently right around $3.07, $3.08. Dormant coins are moving back into circulation. The average XRP investment is 593 days old, getting 91 days younger in the past month. Older XRP wallets continue moving major levels of coins back into circulation. We got Ripple. The demand for faster and more transparent and affordable payments is growing, but cross-border transactions remain slow, costly, and complex. Stablecoins issued on the XRP ledger like RLUSD are changing that by enabling faster payments, low fees, and greater access. Learn more about how stablecoins are reshaping global payments and how Ripple payments can help you navigate cross-border payments with speed and transparency. Crypto Eddie, the co-founder of EZA Abdom, puts XRP at 1,000 by 2030. How might it get there? DeFi.
And I think this is the first time I'll say it, but I think XRP is heading to $1,000 by 2030. So for me, it's, a super important project, and actually probably one of the most important projects out there at the moment. Number one, I think if we're talking about XRP, if we're talking about XLM as well, Stellar, Ripple, what they're doing in the space, really neither of them have yet had a DeFi summer or DeFi revolution. We've seen it with Ethereum, which took its market cap into the hundreds of billions. We're looking at Stellar, we're looking at XRP as well, which really have market caps of around 150 billion, still sitting under 200 billion, and they haven't had that DeFi moment yet.
Get ready for that DeFi explosion. XAIF crypto breaking White House preparing for crypto strategic reserve XRP ETH ADA. And so to join the U.S. stockpile report drops July 30th. 24-hour countdown begins.
Other assets, I know we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Cardano that were considered and brought up, maybe a part of the stockpile, right? Are you guys considering other crypto assets? And with the ones that are in those five, what made you decide on those?
Well, first I'll just say the reason that we structured the SPR like we did is because Bitcoin is different. It's unique. It's a commodity, not a security. As David likes to say, it has the immaculate conception, meaning that there's no issuer. It has intrinsic stored value, and it's traditionally accepted stored value as well. And so, we wanted to make that distinction when we created Digital Assets National Stockpile along with the SPR. The reason that those five tokens were listed or mentioned is truly just based on market cap, the five largest market caps in the space. But for us, we still want to welcome and encourage innovation across many ecosystems in the space, and we understand that Bitcoin is the grandfather. We understand that it undergirds a lot of what's happening here, but that's not to say that we don't welcome these other players to continue to innovate, build on the chain, and create just new technology for Americans to interact with. I mean, we're extremely supportive of that. I think that's one reason why we wanted to mention the Digital Assets National Stockpile and create that as well.
Digital asset investor XRP ETF discussion with Gilbert Zhao.
You run one specific product tied to a specific cryptocurrency, and that's XRP. Maybe take us through just what was the impetus behind launching an XRP-based ETF for a guy who's basically run commodity-related funds for years now.
Well, we naturally do derivatives-based products. And so we have commodities-based funds. And then when the derivatives came in, for crypto, we filed immediately for a Bitcoin fund. And for a variety of reasons, including some regulatory changes that happened, we filed under 33 Act, and 40 Act came in the midst of that filing. And 33 Act takes much longer, it takes 270 days versus 75 days. And that really, we missed because of that. We missed our opportunity to be first in a crypto derivative space. And so I'm familiar with XRP. I'm a fan of XRP, and that was natural for us. You still can't own XRP in an ETF, the coin itself, the token itself. But XRP derivatives came out, and slightly before they came out, we figured out a way to package them, put them into a double exposure ETF, which I think is what people wanted. You've got a lot of traders, a lot of very aggressive people that want to do that. And so we put it into XXRP, which is double exposure for XRP.
Okay, so what exactly are the maybe investors or traders, I guess, in this way? Because for traders, they're the ones often looking for some of these inverse or levered type products. When you target an audience for the ETF market like you have, what exactly do you see as the profile for the people who traffic more intensely in a double XRP ETF?
Well, it's interesting because as an ETF issuer, we don't actually see who buys our things directly. We have to design a product that we think there's demand for. And we very much suspected and knew, I will say, that there was demand for XRP and demand for tradable XRP product where people could get aggressive. And this is an aggressive product, obviously, it's levered. It's not designed to be bought and held at all. It's designed to be traded each day. And people love it. People love it. A lot of interest has been in it. It has very high trading volume, and good flows have come in the last 4 months.
33 is XRP taps 333 masses institutions on their way. Welcome to the mass adoption of XRP. Good morning, crypto breaking XRP ETFs 95% chance of approval according to Bloomberg. During the night, I've been on the phone, Bank of America contacts, and I'm saying 100%. Will XRP ETFs be approved soon?
In the US, 11 XRP ETF filings are pending with the SEC, and Bloomberg and analysts are now assigning a 95% probability that at least one will be approved. Well, during the night, I've been on the phone, Bank of America contacts again, and I'm saying 100% that these ETFs will be approved. 100%.
TikTok glitches. Subject views Bitcoin's unknown creator. High energy consumption and slow transaction speeds makes it less viable as the future of money compared to XRP, which offers faster and more energy efficient transactions, about 1,000 times faster and 1,000 times more energy efficient. And they're still continuing to flood XRP. They didn't earn it, they created it, and then they sold you an illusion that it was the future of money. Unlike Bitcoin, which anyone can mine and no one controls it unless you control the mining. XRP was pre-mined, hoarded by insiders, and drip-fed to the public. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want your baggies.
What I don't like about Ripple and XRP is basically that they created this money out of thin air and allocated it all to themselves and then drip it out. With Bitcoin, the issuance of new Bitcoin being added to the ledger has always been permissionless, that anybody can participate in the mining process. And by virtue of that, it's very competitive so that there's no monopoly profits from the issuance of the currency. They created XRP out of thin air. They won't let anyone else create XRP. They gave themselves it all. They have paid for marketing to manipulate people into thinking that Ripple has these special relationships with institutions that is going to lead to XRP being the future world reserve currency.
BIS, Bank for International Settlements, save the date. The BIS Innovation Summit is back on 9/11, September 2025. Policymakers and experts will discuss the future proofing of central banks, how institutions can adapt and stay resilient in the era of rapid digital change. They're going to want to hold some of that XRP. Smoke Dog Banks are looking to partner with Ripple and promote its products following the conclusion of the SEC case. Listen closely.
Is the most recent post, which I commented on your LinkedIn, which is this payment systems that you had a session with Ripple. Tell me about it. I mean, like, Paul Zello, Ripple? I was like, how did these two come together?
It's a really good question. And all this blockchain stuff and all of it, I don't get it. I'll be the first to admit it. But I'm trying to understand. My 32-year-old son, who's a bit more savvy to all of this stuff, he put his hard-earned dollars in buying some shares in Ripple. And he doesn't part with his money easily. In fact, he'd rather buy these shares and pay the money he owes back mum and dad, which I wasn't really impressed about, but that's another story. But that sort of made me stand up and take a little bit of notice.
Right.
And again, I'm not an expert on it, but I understand. They approached us some time ago, But at the time they were battling some legal battle in the US, and our position to them was, look, come back to us once that's sorted out, because you only get one chance at a first impression, and if this court case doesn't go well for you, it wasn't good. So anyway, they got a good result in the US court case, and they approached us again, and look, we're going to have a bit more of a look at it. I'm not going to claim to be an expert on it, but we may look to promote their product, and again, it'll be buyer beware. We'll say to our members, look, here's this new technology. From what I can understand, it can generate real-time transfer of payments, and they seem to have a lot of checks and balances in place. At the briefing that I was at, where I did that post, there was a lot of representatives from the major banks that were very interested in it. So it is a real thing. But how that translates to meaningful solutions for our members, we'll only understand that in a bit more time.
Meanwhile, ADA can 1000x, Bitcoin can't. Charles Hawkinson says BTC might 10x, but ADA can go 100x or even 1000x. He mocked, oh sure, let's sell ADA for Bitcoin so we can make less money.
Why don't you just convert all your ADA to Bitcoin? It's like, okay, so we can make less money as an ecosystem.
You think ADA will still outperform BTC in the future?
Of course, because how much farther can Bitcoin go? Maybe to 1 million. Okay, it's a 10x. ADA can go 100x, 1000x over this. It's like, guys, we're not a second-class citizen. Cardano does substantially more, and because of Bitcoin DeFi, it's going to end up probably being the yield layer of Bitcoin.
If XRP were to do 1000x from its current price at 315, here's the math. Price after 1000x, $3,150. XRP, $1,000 investment currently at a $3.15 price. If XRP were to 1000x, you're looking at a 99,000 gain. Total investment 1,000. Exit 1 milli. Also, midnight, getting ready for the Glacier drop. Glacier drop is coming soon, and this article provides a guide to understanding and participating in the initial phase of the Night token distribution. A lot of you have been asking, and it's still coming soon. The free multi-phase distribution of Night token is aimed to empower a broad, diverse community to build the future of the Midnight Network. How to get your Midnight tokens step by step. 1. Make a claim. 2. Wait for your allocations to thaw. 3. Redeem your allocation. 1. Make a claim. TBT to TBT. Coming soon. Crypto's TA XRP rejected from the $3.14 resistance, now below the 21 MA. Still plenty of time before the close. Updates coming. XRP Crypto XRP price action and RSI analysis. What do you see? Best 3 comments win. 150 each. Price action. Monthly time frame. RSI. Monthly time frame. What do you glitches see? Dark Defender, I shared the weekly structure aiming at 360 on July 6th. Here's the daily chart of the wave structure. It's clear that XRP completed wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 is in progress. RSI also reflects the 4th wave consolidation. Wave 5 target expected at 585.63. Targets 361, 585. Support 307. XRP gearing up for that next moonshot. Possible target 585, 589. Batman Bag Ladies, here's the winner of the DCENT Wallet giveaway. Congrats and thank you to everyone who entered. If you're one of the winners, check out this community post and let me know where I can contact you so I can get your shipping details. Congrats to XRP Haas, Berserker, Anonymous Mouse, JMV 2015, Stephen Brown 2641. Congratulations. Each of you have won yourself a DCENT biometric hardware wallet to secure your crypto generational wealth bags. And the longer they take, the higher we keep climbing on that XRP rich list. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? We'll catch you up here on the mothership. I am the XRP Bagman, BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own boss, be your own bank. Shout out to the latest sub, Chili17. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button so we can help pump XRP to the moon. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches.
Welcome to the party. This a moon party. Hey, this a moon party. Hey, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. it's a moon party. Welcome to the party, we don't play around here. Moon suit on or you get sprayed